Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Awk-Words with me, Isaac Gutierrez. With me, a special guest today, Austin Comic Mr. Spencer Cavins. How are you, dude?
I'm doing well. I usually don't correct this because I don't want to be that guy when somebody's
Is
bringing
it
me up.
Cavins?
It's Cavins. It is Cavins.
Okay, I thought of a hacky joke earlier today, and I was like, nah, that's not his name.
Run it anyway.
So
Run it
yeah,
anyway.
no, it wasn't really a joke. I was just I don't know what it was. I didn't finish it because I was like, it's not worth it. So
Yeah.
cool. Cavins.
Th- There's a lot of like almost jokes there. Like when the movie Holes came out, everybody tried to call me caveman, but like there's nothing that really hits. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Yeah.
that's pretty good.
It's like you can't fuck with it that much.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that because everybody I've heard. So I do a lot of I guess research beforehand because I want to because I don't know you, right, and I
Right.
want to see what's going on or whatever. So I was thinking about that today. I was like, because you're the group of you guys I've been hitting up for podcasts and shit. So I'm like, man, this is the most stalking of dudes Instagram and Facebooks I've ever done. And then I really think about it, and it's not. So there's that. But
Yeah. I mean,
It's-
we're all
it's
like
fun.
30. I don't know if that makes it weirder or less weird.
it's
You
like I'm
know,
30, so
it's not
yeah,
like
I
we're
think
a
it
high
is.
school basketball team that you're
Yeah.
searching.
Yeah, that does make me feel better.
Yeah.
That's good shit. That's good shit, man. So check it out, dude. Been watching the Bog Boys. Just found that earlier this week. Tell me
Fuck
about the
yeah.
Bog Boys.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's, kind of bred out of necessity. Just, I mean, probably similar to this. I was going to ask you the kind of same question. I know you already have film
I'm
talk.
bored, Spencer. I'm
It's
bored.
boredom. There's not enough to do.
Yeah.
And then also part of it is, if you want to do anything well, you have to start. You have to put out some. You have to learn, and nothing's going to be good right away. So I'm like, fuck.
Very true.
I wish I had done stand up way earlier, and then similar to like editing and creating a podcast and
Right.
trying to publish my own videos. It's like, well, I might as well learn now.
Yeah. Yeah.
figuring it
Exactly.
out. Yeah.
That's good shit, man. Yeah. Good things come out of it, I guess. People die, but there's that.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll get into this. How long have you been doing comedy?
I've been doing comedy for a little over, I mean, a year and a half, but I don't know if you can count all the COVID time. Like it feels like just a year. It feels like I've been doing it for a year, but
Okay.
oh no,
Okay.
I'm sorry, not a year and a half. What the fuck am I saying? I started June of 2019, so I've been doing it for a year and 2 months. But technically, I feel like I've been doing it less than a year. You know what I mean? Because
Round down, call it a year. Yeah, a year.
months
2
of not
months
being
isn't
able to
that.
do it. Yeah.
Okay, right on. Well, I see you guys are still doing shows and stuff, so that's cool. You're still finding them, just not as much.
Well, yeah, it's like a small group of people who, and this is the same thing with when we did your show, is like there's a small group of people who are willing to. I think there's a lot of people who are willing to go do comedy, but what they're not willing to do is have their name attached to it because of the stigma with going out right now.
Okay.
So there's really
Okay.
not that many comics who are willing to do comedy right now.
Right,
And
aside
you would
from like
open-
drive-ins and shit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. So, I guess kind of like what we were talking about. Like amongst all this, I've had time to really think. Like, this is something like the podcast is something I've wanted to do. Like, have my own thing. I've wanted to do this for like 6 years, and we started Film Apocalypse earlier this year, and then I just kind of got to where like, you know what, I'm gonna fucking do it. I can do it. I'm gonna do it, right? So I've been kind of getting the same thing with like stand up. I'm like, I really want to get into open mics, but I've been just such a cunt about it. And now I'm just like, I got to do this. But now that I have the motivation, there's nowhere to do it. At least not here. Obviously, I see them around. I think, yeah, the one I guess the one Dean's doing right now. I guess that's one's happening tonight, right? That's an open mic.
That's an open mic. Start your own.
Yeah, right.
Start your own. Like find a venue that, I mean, again, I really think my observation has been that there's a lot of people want to be able to get back out there. They just don't want to. They don't want to, they don't want to stir the pot. They don't want people viewing them as a grandma killer. And
Right.
But what I've noticed is if somebody else creates it, tons of people show up. They just don't want to be the one to go post on Facebook, hey, I'm hosting an event right now. Come check it out.
Right. I think I saw was it Ozzy who did, he was doing some in his apartment and shit.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. That's
It is
pretty
cool.
That's
If it was
interesting.
someone
But it's
else's
hard without an
apartment,
audience,
yeah.
right?
It's hard without an audience. Also, if it was somebody else's apartment, maybe I'd go. Like Ozzy,
Right.
I'm not going in your apartment under any circumstances.
Oh, that's good. That's good. They're all right. Yeah, I haven't shouted at him yet. I've been watching. Pretty much all y'all have something. Your own YouTube channel, podcast, whatever, and that's fun. I've been consuming a lot of you guys. That's not the way I wanted to word that. But
I've been on your Instagram and I've just been gobbling you up.
Yeah, just oh my gosh.
Just partaking. Yeah.
So where does the name for Bog Boys come from?
So Bog Boys is me and Miles. It's
Miles.
what we refer to. We both generally try to be relatively like healthy and disciplined and like focused on the things that we want to do and succeed at. So when we're being Bog Boys, it's when we're just like it's going to the wind. I mean, this is so silly. Like obviously a lot of people smoke cigarettes, but like to us, it's like when we decide to buy a pack of cigarettes and maybe go get Whataburger, we're like, should we just be Bog Boys today? And so it started that way, but then it started in our heads, like the Bog Boys just started becoming a joke of like, we're terrible, like swamp creatures that like feast on breast milk and eat like old bats and, like a Gollum type characters. And it's just whenever you're doing anything that doesn't make you feel good, but you do it anyway. That's Bog.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Bog Boy. That's good. I'm going to use that. That's dope. So you pretty much described me in my name.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, anytime you do anything gross. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that.
Yeah.
So where do you get the ideas for these guests? Holy shit. I mean, I got to say I'm inspired. Holy shit, dude. It's great. It's just so, I mean, Cart Narcs and then the TikTok prison guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow,
It's the part I hate the most, and I'm really trying to get Miles to step up more and do it. Because when we film these, I edit the whole thing, which you probably know, but especially with those where we might talk for 90 minutes and I edit it down to 25, and I'm not a good editor and I'm just using iMovie. It takes me hours and hours. I mean, many, in the 2 digits, right? I mean, sometimes it'll take me over 10 hours to do one.
Yeah.
And the thing that I hate the most is actually the pre-production stuff. It's finding people that might be interested to do. I don't really want to spend my night watching other people's content all night trying to find someone to respond to me.
Right.
But I did it yesterday. I reached out to a bunch of people because we have no one in the funnel right now.
Yeah, I understand.
So, yeah.
Man, it's so, even like messaging you or whoever, I just get so like, hey, you want to get on my podcast and talk about stuff?
Yeah.
Like, hey, it'll be fun. Like, I don't know. I run out of energy halfway through, and then I'm like, after like 3 sentences, I'm like, okay, hey, send me a picture. What's your email? Like, I just fucking shooting shit off, and then I'm just like, okay, the cringe is over. They can show up or not, and if it happens, it happens. Cool, But the whole time, I just feel so fucking dirty when I'm sending it,
The cringe is all made up in your head. I didn't get
it. Is. It 100% is.
Yeah.
It 100% is. Because I know I'm like, okay, I'm going to talk to 2 to 5 people this week, and guess what? You're going to do it again next week. So it's just, it's part of it, I guess.
It's also like what I'm doing is I'm spending less time now, honestly, researching until they've said yes. So like I'm reaching out to people and I'm like, I don't want to go on them. If they say yes, then I'll start looking at their channel and I may not even respond to them saying yes to me. But you know what I mean? Because I don't want to spend 45 minutes watching someone's
cooler
video,
than me.
Then reach out and then they don't even respond. There's no point. So I glance.
True.
If it looks interesting, reach out. If they say yes, cool. Then I'll start diving in and figure something out.
Yeah. That's awesome,
That's my
man.
thought.
Okay. That's good. So like, if I'm all over the place with my questions here. One thing I meant to ask you earlier, if you had, holy shit, I was going to start a timer. What time is it?
That's fine.
All right, cool,
I'm watching it. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. There we go. Look at that. All right. Daddy's got it. What advice would you have for me doing like my first open mic or first few?
Yeah. So I actually have, so you were talking about how, you started this because you've wanted to for a long time, for 6 years. You finally did it. You haven't started stand-up yet. I've talked about doing stand-up since I was like a teen, and I didn't start until my 28th birthday. I'm 29 now.
That makes me feel so much better. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but I mean the thing is, and it's the same reason I'm doing the Bog Boys. There is an embarrassment that we all feel about putting something out there knowing that it's going to get a couple dozen views. It feels a
Right.
bit like having like you're throwing yourself a birthday party and you're nervous no one's going to show up. It really does. That's the way I feel
Yeah.
about it.
No, I mean it makes sense. 100%. Yeah.
But I think a few things that are important to remember is like one, that's where every fucking thing started, right?
True. Yeah.
It's like an
yeah.
old trope, but right, Michael Jordan at some point picked up a basketball, shot it, and missed, and then did that
Yeah.
just a lot more and kept missing. But with comedy, I think that it really is just don't over prep for it because I think people want to feel like, oh, I got like a good 3 minutes that I'm going to go do it in open mic. Dude, whatever you do is going to be shitty, and you're not going to.
Yeah.
It.
Yeah.
So just go and say some stuff that you think.
Yeah.
is
Just
funny.
burn out the shitty ones, right?
Burn it out, and then
Yeah.
then you'll start. Once you start doing more and more mics, you'll walk away from it, and you'll be thinking of jokes, and you'll be thinking like, wow, I hated what I just told, but I just had a new idea from listening to somebody else's set. Just reminded me of the thing that happened to me when I was young.
Right.
Like
Right. Okay.
And then
Yeah.
you're just
Yeah.
around it. You're around it more, and you're with people, and you're talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ripping the Band-Aid off thing for sure. And
Yeah,
if you gotta
for sure.
Get a little
Okay.
fucked up to do it. Take a double shot of tequila and get up on the stage. It'll be worth it.
That could
Yeah.
be a good that could
Exactly.
work.
Yeah.
I'm excited, man. I was looking at it was like 2 days ago. I asked Dean the same question, and he basically told me just get 3 minutes together. I was like, I can do that, but here's my thing. I tend to say 3. I can do 9, and then I'm gonna spend so much time like thinking like I can't. What? No, not that one, not that one, not that one, and then it's just like fuck it, I'll do it later. So it's that. But I was looking around on the internet the other day, and I saw that there's a lot of and me and Dean talked about this too. There's a lot of Zoom open mics, and I was like, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I don't know if that counts as a burn off. You know what I mean? Like getting the shitty ones out there because you don't know. There's no gauge to know if you're doing good or not. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Obviously, it's gonna be shit, but I don't know if it counts for experience. So I don't know if I'm wasting my time or not.
I don't think it counts for experience. I also think that what we're doing right now, if you're looking at a Zoom mic as like, oh, I'm going to go get stage time, just doing a fucking podcast and bullshitting with a buddy is more better than that. We're getting a full hour of us talking versus 3 minutes. It's not stand up. In my opinion, it's not stand up.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
And also, I would be worried that like you're going to go and flop because it's a fucking Zoom mic and you just got 7 other people who are just like sitting there like on Facebook waiting for their turn. And then you're going to be like, wow, I'm not funny. Why am I doing this?
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'm just waiting for hearts and thumbs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that aren't coming.
That's true. I was looking at some of your Instagram IGTVs. God, I'm fucking old. I don't know what things are called. I'm becoming my dad. Yeah. My dad does this thing where he calls he refuses to call things the right things. And like I've been trying to get him to say laptop for like 20 years now, and it's still a laptop. I can't.
I like that though. I like that as a trait.
Yeah.
I bet I'll be like that. You might be too. Where it's like, fuck you, dude. I've done so much. I'm not also going to learn your new shitty thing. I don't want to do it. I don't want to learn what a tweet is because it's not going to be around forever. I've watched Empires Rise. What
is it? A twat? I can't say it. I don't know what this is. That's great.
Mark Zuckerberg twatted today.
Yeah. So. Anyway, I was watching your IGTVs. I think that's what they're called. Boys Don't Poop is wonderful. As someone who does a movie podcast, I need the spinoff to Boys Don't Poop. I need to see it. I laughed my ass off. I laughed really hard. I actually airplayed it to the TV to watch it because I enjoyed it that much. It was very funny.
That makes me so happy. We shot that in the night, and I don't remember like where I had the idea, but you know what I actually did is I went to watch.
I can think of it.
I went to watch Along Came Polly, just the scene where just to get some inspiration for like what would someone look like if you're panicking from like the toilet not flushing.
Yeah.
During a day, and it's such a simple thing, but I'm a really big fan. There's another IGTV sketch I'm working on that I'll drop, and you'll see that one too. But I'm a really big fan of like something being like normal. We've seen this before. I've seen this in movies, blah, blah, blah. And then just like a really dark, abrupt end. And you're
Yeah,
like, oh,
I've noticed that.
fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, me masturbating in the closet and shooting her in the head. It's just fun to me. I don't know.
I was trying to remember what that's called. Yeah, that's pretty great, man.
Yeah.
The hate by candlelight. God damn it. This is another thing I was talking to Dean about, and I'll stop talking about him on your episode. Well, there it goes.
He's not.
He was telling me. So he was telling me in California there's this thing that's real popular. It's like
gay sex.
Gay sex.
That
That's popular in the oil field too. I'll tell you that. So it's like workshopping for comedians, but they get together and like just bounce stuff off of each other. And he was saying that that's not a thing here, right? And I was telling him how I didn't know that was a thing, and for like, I don't know, 3 years or whatever, I've been saying how much I wish there was like a workshop for roasts. Like you could just, you know what I mean? Like just pay $10, come in, and you all just shit on each other for an hour. You know what I mean? I wish that was a thing. So like, why do you think that's not a thing?
I think somebody just has to make it. I mean, I think a roast battle, what you're describing makes more sense to me. I'm not a fan of the writing workshops. Dean loves collaborating. To me, I don't really want to. I don't want to have to listen to other people's jokes and tell them why I don't think it's funny. And also, we're all so different. Like if I say one of my jokes, it's like, I'd rather just go say it on stage and get the feedback that way. I don't really want a room full of amateurs, which is what we are. We're all just amateurs being like, well, I actually think you should do. It's like, what do you know? And what do I know? I'd rather go do it in real time. A roast would be different though, because that's a singular focus where it's like, okay, let's all talk about what the funniest shit to say about Isaac would be. That's better in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think, dude, it's like so many things when you wonder, like, why hasn't someone done it? It's because no one's done it. Just if you do it, then people will do it.
I know. When you said just start your own, it just fucked me up so bad. I'm like, huh? Like I would have never thought of that. You know what I mean? Obviously, I need a place or whatever, but that's pretty good. Also, one thing I noticed earlier, you said Whataburger. You're not from here.
Not from here.
Am I right?
Baby.
Was I right?
In-N-out, baby.
Oh, wow, this is over.
In-N-out all day. I don't even know
gross.
how you can. I understand the In-N-Out Shake Shack debate, which is, very coastal debate, West Coast, East Coast. On the East Coast, they love Shake Shack.
Geez.
West Coast, we're In-N-out. And then I feel like Texas, you guys just kind of raise your hand and go like, what about In-N-out? Or sorry, what about Whataburger? What about Whataburger? I mean, it's good. It's good, but it's not comparable with the Kings, dude. You got Kings clashing on a mountaintop. And, you guys are holding it down, but you're not on that mountaintop. You're not on that summit.
I think it's more intergalactic than that. I think it's higher than the mountaintop. Oh, you know what I mean?
You're looking down from space?
Yeah. I can't fuck with In-N-out. I don't know what it is. I don't know if I'm just raised right or what, but just I can't fuck.
Here's really what I think it is. I think
Go ahead,
In-N-out. I think In-N-out is.
I'm so glad this came up.
I actually do think that it's like it's a fresher burger, and I think Whataburger is more. I mean, it is good. Don't get me wrong. Whataburger is fucking awesome, but I think it's more like it's the king of the castle when compared to other fast foods, and it is saltier and greasier. So I do think if you went from Whataburger to In-N-out, you're like, what is this farm fresh burger? I wanted a fucking greasy ass cheeseburger. And Whataburger is a little more of that. I will say this though. This is something that actually.
What the fuck is up with this light? I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Okay.
What's up?
This is something that made me really appreciate Whataburgers. I'm not a mayo guy, and I have like rules with burgers and hot dogs and stuff. No, but it's a good thing. Whataburger.
No. I mean, I have the same thing. Me and my wife have this conversation every time we eat one of them.
That. I hate when I go to In-N-Out. I have to be like, please make sure none of that weird, gross pink sauce you put on it. I love that Whataburger is just like, mustard and pickles. That's our shit.
Yeah.
I like that that's there. So they don't even put ketchup on it. You got to
They stick to it.
I like that.
Yeah. That's true. A lot of places do ketchup. I never thought about that Whataburger does it. Yeah. And if there was any place that I wanted them to put ketchup on, it would be Whataburger.
Oh, I have them put ketchup on it. Yeah, but I like that I have to.
Right on, man. Right on. I fuck with that. That's great. So I'm really proud of myself as a Texan that I was able to suss that out. I had no idea that you weren't from here. That's cool. Where are you from?
How do you say it?
Whataburger?
Whataburger, and I say Whataburger.
Whataburger. That's what you said. You said Wat.
Which is weird because I wouldn't say what are you doing. I'd say what are you doing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whataburger. Yeah, I don't know.
Whataburger.
From Seattle.
But a lot. Okay, right on.
Yeah.
Sad boy. So we got we got a lot of people here say Waterburger.
Whataburger.
Waterburger. Yeah. Yeah, I never got that. I don't know if they're making like a correlation with the waves, like the W's at wave or something. I never understood that. And I grew
it's
up
not even that.
Huh?
It's I've noticed this like frenetically people in the
So you
South.
have heard people say that too?
Yeah, but just well, no, I don't know if I've heard people say that, but I'm not surprised. I've noticed like the more south that you get, the more people just get so lazy with
I
words.
understand.
It's like you guys are trying to save time and just cut out certain syllables. You know, dude, it gets really if you go to like if you go to Memphis, right, and you're talking to some black dude, he's not gonna say, "Hey, I'm trying to go to the store." He'd be like, "Yeah, I'm finna go to the store." Right? It's like
I've been guilty.
Good, like,
I've been guilty of finna.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we all have.
yeah.
But it comes from the South, I feel like, which is funny because I don't know what you guys are trying to save time for. You know what I mean? You guys stop and chat at every goddamn mini mart. I can never just get my peanuts and leave. I gotta have a 5-minute conversation at the gas station about my day.
So I live in a town that's officially 200,000 people, unofficially like 6 million, because it's like there's a lot of illegal people here.
I got it.
I didn't think I had to say that. I don't know why I felt like I had to say it. So
the backbone of America, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I'll get back to that here in a minute. So I work in a town about 45 minutes north from here. That's it's really small, and there's a lot of that. There's a lot of, you know what I mean? I notice that, and I just get so like, you know, buying if I'm in a hurry and I got to buy something at the grocery store there, I'm just like, oh, do we really have to talk about Jimmy's T-ball game? Like, can I just buy my, you know, whatever and get out of here? There's a lot of that, and I never had that here, but I mean, it's not really a big city, but I never grew up with that really, like where everybody chit chats, because I feel like there's just enough people here for me to go somewhere and not know people. You know what I mean?
Right. This is why, tying into what you said, and this is probably my only reason. I don't have any other like humanitarian case for it, but this is why I say open the borders. I say let anybody who wants to immigrate here for one reason only. I only want to interface with people who don't speak English because I don't want you to fucking talk to me. I don't ever want to get in an Uber again with some guy that's like, "Hi, how are you?" No, dude, I just want some guy who I'm like, "Hey man, can you take a left here?" And he just goes, "Okay." I'm like, perfect. You know what? Just do what the phone says.
The best part of the mask is I don't have to.
It's the best.
I can be kind of in disguise.
Yeah, it's the best.
That's great. Little ninja thing.
Yeah.
Touching back to what you said a minute ago. So I've been seeing some stuff around your place. By the way, you have great things in your house. I'm very envious. Your place, you have the coolest stuff. Yeah. Did I see a Hamilton playbill the other day? Are you a big Hamilton fan?
Signed by Lin-Manuel. Yeah.
Wow. The only thing I have that's autographed is a Bob Lazar sketch. Do you know who that is?
Too.
Yeah, I have that. Oh. It's not. Oh, really? Oh, I'm stiff.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, that's dope. So tell me about. So what's the deal with Hamilton? Why do you like Hamilton so much?
Man, well, so I heard that it was really good. I remember listening to Rod Corddry. Do you know who that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was on that Hot Ones show where you eat the spicy wings. And Sean Evans, who's fucking the best interviewer ever, asked him, he goes, if you had one day left on Earth, like, what would you want to do with it? And he goes, I'd probably see Hamilton a second time, like truly. Wow. And so I told my girlfriend at the time I lived in Chicago, I was visiting her, and I didn't really know what Hamilton was. I didn't know it was a musical. I thought that it was just a dope play that I was like, man, how did they make a play that's so good about Alexander Hamilton? She surprises me with tickets, takes me there. They start singing, and right away I was like, ooh, I don't know about this. And then I was just like floored for 3 hours. Loved it so much.
Wow, that's awesome, man. So my wife absolutely loves Hamilton. I mean, it's on like 60%. Since it came on Disney Plus, it's on 60% of the time in this house, like everywhere.
So I'm guessing you hate it.
So I don't, as someone who has a movie podcast, how many times I'm going to say that? I don't hate it. I can respect what it is, and I value it for what it is. I don't like it because I've seen it way more time. The first time I saw it, cool, yeah, I dig it. I think that I would have to see it live to appreciate it. I really think I would appreciate it live.
100%. So here's my thought on it. I've heard a lot of people. It's not even comparable. And I've heard my buddies Kevin and Miles just started. Man, they're trying to come after your spot. They just started a little movie podcast too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But
Their first one was no, you got to take them out. Their first one was talking about Hamilton and how much they didn't like it, and they know that I love it, so they've been like starting shit with me about it. And I'm like, dude, listen, I agree. I love it live, but here's another thing. Like, I also watch porn. I wouldn't watch it for 2.5 hours. Like, I like fucking for a few minutes. I don't want to watch other people do it for 2.5 fucking hours, right? But if it was like a live porn show, I might watch that for 2.5 hours. You know?
True.
So it's just different. Yeah, exactly. It's just different. It's great live, and I actually feel like on one hand it's good because they made it accessible. The tickets are super expensive, and a lot of people are just never going to get a chance to go see it. So it's cool that they put it out. But I told everyone I knew who asked me about it, I said, if you think that there's any chance, because it was supposed to come to Houston, I was like, if you think there's any chance that you're going to see it, even in the next 5 years, don't watch it. Don't watch the Disney version because it's going to remove the punch from it. It's not going to be that enjoyable. It's just going to be some good stuff.
Okay.
Go see it in person and jam on it. Like, I listen to it in my car and shit. I like it, but I don't want to sit and watch a musical at home for 2.5 hours. Yeah,
I'm kind of in the same boat. So how are you? What was I watching the other day? So you're. I saw you watching. Were you watching the OC? Did you post something on Instagram?
I was watching Watchmen, the movie.
Okay.
But they play that song Hallelujah. You know that famous song, like Hallelujah. Wow, my voice is great. Hallelujah.
Yeah, I'll wait for you to do the whole song.
But there was they play it in the OC. It was from the OC soundtrack, and I remember that. And so in the caption, I said, "This is the Watchmen." But what was your favorite episode of the OC, or what was your favorite season of the OC? I thought it was silly, but I was a huge OC fan when it was knocking.
I'm assuming you got HBO Max?
No, I have whatever HBO you can get on Prime. I think it's just HBO Go.
Oh, okay, right on. So, my wife, you've met her, Fernie. I keep calling her my wife every episode. I always say my wife, but she used to watch the OC. She loves it, and that was another thing that played. She knocked that out in like a month. And I saw that, and I was like, "Oh my God! Guess who likes the OC? Look at this shit." That was fun.
I did love the OC. Actually, So did you do this when you were a kid? Where
if it's gross, probably.
Yeah. Well, it's spiritually gross. It's like
I dig it.
You would see a character that you really loved from a TV show, and then just be that person. Did you do that, or were you more yourself?
Yeah. I think myself now is an amalgam of the characters that I like.
That you thought were cool. Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
So
just Boner from Growing Pains. Does that?
Who you've been?
Does that track? Do you know who that is?
Yeah, I do know who Boner is.
I was thinking about that earlier today. Sorry.
That's a funny one. It was Seth Cohen, and I mirrored his clothing. I put a plastic horse by my bed.
Wow, that's scary.
Reading comic books. I was an F student always growing up, like since the 4th grade. Failed out of every class. For 1 year, the 1 year that I was like super obsessed with Seth Cohen, I was an A student because his whole thing was he was academic and he got good grades. And my mom was like, she's like, "What the fuck has happened? He's not dressing nice." I started dating a girl who kind of looked like Summer. I got really into it, and then immediately that summer following that school year, I discovered weed, and it was over after that.
That's hilarious. Yeah, she tried to get me into it a couple times. It's cool. I just never sat down. I watched Palm Springs the other day, and I saw John Gallagher Jr. and I was like, "Oh, what's his nuts? That's fun."
Peter Gallagher.
Peter Gallagher. What did I say? John Gallagher.
John Gallagher Jr.
He's
you added a Junior too.
Well, John Gallagher Jr. is from he's from 10 Cloverfield Lane. He's in some other stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
What did you think of Palm Springs? I saw you reviewed it.
I loved Palm Springs. So we do this thing. We took it from Tarantino. Tarantino does this thing at the end of every year. He rates his top 10 movies of the previous year, right? So we did that on one of our first episodes, and that's going to be our thing. And because there's not a lot of movies I had a lot of early ones. Well, Palm Springs is probably my number 3.
What's your number 1?
Underwater, but it's for very personal. Well, not personal. I'm not going to keep it from you. Underwater is my favorite, but it's because I'm obsessed with water and the ocean. and specifically scary things in the ocean, like the Marianas Trench and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love that shit, and that's what it's about.
Did you watch Aquarella?
No, but I'm writing that down. Tell me.
So it came out maybe.
Please tell me this is about a like carnivorous mermaid drag queen.
No, you know what? That's way better. No, I think they already nailed all that weird shit with The Shape of Water. No, it was. It's like a documentary about water, but it's supposed to be. The way it was being described is like this is like the most metal documentary about water. How did they make this so cool? And it's just about like exactly what you're describing, just like the power of like waves in the ocean, and it's supposed to be like really stunning visuals of just like the destructive, powerful, chaotic nature of water.
Oh wow, that's gnarly.
I never saw it, but I've been meaning to.
I probably will now. I do a lot of that in like subconsciously. Like I do a lot of things with water. Like the logo for Awk-Words is like water, and I made 3 different versions of it, and all of them have water as the background. I didn't even realize I do it. Oh, look at you taking a drink of water. So she's like, "What's your deal with water?" And I'm like,
"Does this make you horny?" That's kind of
okay.
Like a watery
So
buildup.
man, okay, that actually does do something for me, not sexually, but so I have I was diagnosed with ADHD as a young kid. But get in line, right? So because of it affects my job a lot. So in the last like 4 or 5 years, I've been really, I guess, proactive about how I deal with it. Mm-hmm. And so there's a lot of things, and when I get anxious or like freaked out or whatever, there's this lady that I started following on YouTube that has a lot of tricks and stuff for it. She made this thing called a calming bottle. You ever heard of this? Mm-mm. So it's a big water bottle that you peel the label off and you fill it with glitter, and you like turn it upside down and then you turn it back over, and I'm like, this is fucking stupid. And I watched it for like 2 minutes and I was like, whoa. Okay.
It works?
Yeah, it works. It works for me. It's weird, man. There's a lot of little things like that really like. I mean, I didn't make one. I'm not gonna be a fucking but it's.
I think you should make one if it works.
I don't think I'm gonna. I can't, dude.
You should.
I have too much of my dad in me. It's too soft.
Man, here's the thing though. Like, you can make anything. You can make anything cool. I mean, look at David Bowie. The guy dressed.
These are facts.
The guy dressed like a tranny goblin. And looked like a tranny goblin, but like he was so fly with it.
Yeah, that's true.
Nobody batted an eye, and we all want to be in. Same with like somebody like Prince. So it's like if you do anything,
Tranny Goblin is a way more metal name than David Bowie.
That's true.
I like Tranny Goblin.
Tranny Goblin is what his name would be if he was like in a weird like Icelandic one-man metal show. You know what I mean?
That's pretty good.
There's like Tranny Goblin.
That's pretty good.
He would probably have a glitter bottle. That'd probably be.
He probably would.
He would drink it.
He would drink it. What was I watching? I was watching something on YouTube the other day about metal churches in I think it was in Iceland, and they like obviously they don't get along with like the
Orthodox churches. Yeah.
No, like the Church of Satan or whatever. They were trying to convert people through metal into, I guess it was Catholicism. I don't know what it was. I just thought that was a weird take, but I was like, I'd go there. That was fun. And everybody
there's a King of the Hill line that I love so much.
Oh my God, I love that you love King of the Hill. Tell me.
Yeah. So do you remember when Bobby Hill is getting really interested in that like Christian youth group, and they do like kind of Christian rock,
where they skateboard and
yeah, it's like new age. Because I went to a youth group like that. I remember that shit. And Hank Hill has the best line ever for the front man, and he goes, "You're not making Christianity cool. You're just making rock and roll worse." I was like, that's so perfect. Because I remember that, man. I went to a Christian school. I remember having like a Christian rapper come top bars for us, and it's like we knew. It's like, dude, because here's the thing. It's like, yes, I know you're trying to reach us through rap, but it's like I've heard G Unit at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
you're not Lloyd Banks, guy.
Yeah. Free Yale. Like, it's just, you don't have it.
That's pretty good.
Imagine being so bad at rapping that the insult someone comes up with is like, yo, man, you ain't no Lloyd Banks.
He was the first one I thought of. I'm a massive The Game fan, and I came up with Lloyd Banks. I don't know why he was the one I came up with. Yeah. Oh, look at you. Callback. Yeah. That's good, man. That's good stuff. I was thinking about G Unit earlier today. I was thinking about what were my video game playlists, like hype ups, you know? And G Unit was one of them. G Unit and System of a Down was a big one. I was making playlists on Spotify, and I was trying to make like workout playlists and stuff. And I was like, what was my Slay Noobs playlist? And that would have been it.
What game? What game would you have been getting amped
It would have been Halo 2.
Yeah. Oh man, those were the best days. There's
Right?
nothing like it. Just smacking people with an energy sword
Oh
and
my
sticking
God.
people. And I've thought about getting Halo just to try to recreate some feeling in my heart. Just
Right?
I don't think it'll be the same though.
Man, okay, so I
That
bought
old headset. Oh,
Yeah, the shitty little
man,
Yeah.
I loved it.
Oh my God, that was great, man. Those were good times. Just
good.
many an hour. God, I've put more hours into that fucking game than most things.
Yeah.
And that's shit. And I don't even like actively play video games a lot now. Saying that, I bought a Nintendo 64 because I never had one as a kid. So I bought one, and that was like the first thing I focused on, like mid Rones. That's what I call Corona the Rones. But yeah, I found out that I didn't know you could plug in like with a TV that only has HDMI ports that you can plug in like a Nintendo 64 with an adapter and shit. It hits different though. It's pretty nice on a 4K TV.
What are you playing? What was the game that you got? I imagine there's a game where you remember your friends all getting to play it and you couldn't.
There's two of them. There's three. Turok, Mortal Kombat 3, and Super Smash Brothers.
Wow. Okay. So you have. I would have. Can I tell you the list I would have drawn up?
Yes,
I would
I'm
have
excited.
thought you would have got.
Okay.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
Nice.
I mean, that was the first like amazing story I remember playing as a kid. That game was so good.
I never played it story through. I've definitely played it, but never. I don't know. I don't have that memory to go through. But I've definitely heard people talk about it like that. Yeah, for sure.
GoldenEye.
GoldenEye's a big one. I don't have
the
Gold.
one.
Well, so I was looking at GoldenEye on eBay the other day, and it was like $300.
That's
and I was
crazy.
like, oh man,
That's crazy.
I might whip out the credit card for that, but I didn't. I do have Tony. That's the other one. This is what made me make the
I was
video
going
game
to say
playlist.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater. The reason I was thinking about this is because Spotify, they made like an Instagram post or whatever that said, "Hey, we're gonna put the Tony Hawk Pro Skater playlist for like the last 3 on there." So I've been listening to like Dead Kennedys and shit all day.
Yeah,
it was great.
Guerrilla Radio.
Yeah. Oh man, it was great. Yeah, that is a hard fucking game on Nintendo 64. I used to play it on PlayStation. It's hard as fuck with the little,
I came up on that.
Yeah.
Man, it brings me back to like just in my room playing. It's warm outside. It's a Saturday. I should be outside doing something with friends out at the park or like helping with chores, and then just not, and just being a piece of shit. And my mom coming up and just being like, I told, like, you're supposed to, like, do the weeds. You said you'd sweep the garage. And me just being like, okay, hold on 5 more minutes. And like, I'm trying to get the secret tape so bad.
The secret tape.
The secret tape is so elusive.
Dude, I spent like 2 hours trying to get tapes the other day. Oh my gosh. I started buying like the little mini remake consoles.
Yeah.
Like I bought the PlayStation, the SNES and shit. And I'm like, they all get really cheap. Like I can afford them at full price, but I'm just like, I know this is going to be $20. I'm going to wait till that's $20. So I still haven't bought the Sega one. But it's just been in my Best Buy cart for, dude, it's so weird because I don't, like as an adult, I don't play video games that much prior to the Rones.
Yeah, same.
And now I play so much. Before doing this podcast, I did it a lot. And it's just so weird how I almost bought a VR. I still haven't done it yet. I might.
Have you fucked with it yet?
What?
The VR?
I have, yeah. I wanted to, do you have one?
No, but I've used others. It's so fun.
I played which one is it? The Oculus. It was before the Go. I don't remember. It was one of the
Rift?
It was one. The Rift. They had that at a Best Buy, and they were like letting you try it out or whatever, and I was playing with it. I was like, man, this is really cool. And then I almost bought the Quest a few months ago, and I still might. It's pretty dope. I saw the Flight Simulator on there. Yeah, it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad.
What I'm really excited about having that for is like things like UFC fights. Like once they start filming and broadcasting for VR, it's going to be
Man,
unreal.
oh, you're hitting nerves,
It's going to
dude.
be unreal.
So this is my thing. I have like 1.5 friends who I can talk UFC with, and when I bought my house, I used to watch. I probably for a year. I bet I got every pay per view, every UFC pay per view. I had Fight Pass, like everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like I'm very all or nothing with UFC. I can't. I have to know. Oh, he's fighting with his girlfriend. I know all the Real Housewives version of everything. So I kind of fell out because like I'm not like hanging with my like 1.5 friends who talk UFC. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
It really died out for me. That and it's like I wish there was like an NFL Sunday ticket for UFC fights.
Totally.
You know what I mean? I don't know where's
Yeah.
that. Because I mean you can buy shit. Like there's apps and stuff you can buy, but you don't get all the fights. That's why. Do you fuck with Bellator?
I haven't. No.
See, Bellator, I
should.
really like. I got into that really hard because they're on DAZN. So like if you have DAZN, it's just there and you can just watch them all. So like when
That's
they do
cool.
like they did like the heavyweight Grand Prix, that they're all there, so you can just watch them whenever. So that's pretty cool. I just am waiting for the UFC. I would pay if it was expensive. I would pay for it. You know what I mean? But they
Right.
don't. But they don't.
It's
they
not
don't
even
have
an
that.
option.
Yeah, but also it's not going to be like even I guess if I think about it, it's like if I bought every pay per view, it'd be $60 a month. You know what I mean? It kind of
Well, not even
but-
if you're watching it with friends. If you're watching it with friends, like when I watch it, we'll go to a buddy's house and we all Venmo $10. I watch every fight for $10.
right on. Yeah,
That's the old model, man. That's that old,
We'll
the old
see.
Mike Tyson model.
Yeah,
right?
exactly,
Parents were
exactly.
watching fights.
Yeah, 100%. I'm definitely gonna buy. I'm definitely gonna buy that one. Is it in November? Yeah,
I'm
November.
not gonna buy that.
I'm gonna.
I'll
buy
tell
it.
you the reason why they're wearing padded gloves and it's a charity fight. They're not trying to kill each other. They're not going to go full ability.
But
They
it's
even made they
but
even
it's
made the
new
comment-
Mike bringing back old Mike.
Yeah, I know, but they even made comments about how it's like they're not going to be going for knockouts, and I'm just like,
I don't know. I got
I'll
a lot
stream it
of
for free.
I got a lot of faith that Mike's bringing the crazy back. It's not so much faith.
I think he's
faith.
done
I
too
think
much
I'm holding
DMT.
out to it.
I don't think he's going to do
It's
it.
too woke.
He's too
Mike's
high and
too
woke.
woke.
Dude, his third eye is wide open. He's going to risk all that. He's not going to
Oh,
shut that
God.
third eye.
His fucking podcast is so dope. I just hate.
Good.
I hate his buddy who's in it. I can't. I'm like, I want to hear Mike talk. I don't like you.
Yeah.
It's good
That's
stuff.
I think it's how a lot of people feel watching The Fighter and the Kid when Brendan Schaub.
Oh my
It's
god,
like, dude, we got Brian Callen, we got a super interesting guest. You got fucking Tim Dillon on here, and then Brendan Schaub starts interrupting with nothing to say.
He really doesn't. And then he shits on Brian so much. He
And
shits
shit,
on
he
Brian all the
shits on
time, and I'm
shit.
like, he's the only
Yeah.
one with anything to say. You cunt.
Yeah.
Oh god, I hate that so much. That's so funny that you said that. It's such a big podcast, and then I'm always surprised when people listen to it. I'm like, it's not just me. Like, I know it's a big deal.
Right.
There's production value, and it's a great podcast, but I'm always like, oh wow, people listen to that too.
Well, how about this?
Great.
Savor it, because if you start doing comedy and start hanging out with comics, you know how like so much of probably what you talk to people about, I imagine if you're listening to a lot of podcasts, is stuff that you heard that day and you learned from a podcast. I can't bring
I
any of
love
that
it.
shit up now, because if I go like, oh man, so I heard something interesting, they're like, yeah, we watched it too.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I watch Andrew Schultz's podcast. Yeah, it's nothing new. So I can never go and like relay an interesting take that I heard on the podcast, because they're all my friends are listening to the same shit I am.
My wife thinks every podcast is Joe Rogan. So immediately, if I have something interesting to say, immediately if I have something like, I heard this, she's like, was it from Joe Rogan? I'm like, does it matter? Because I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure it is.
That's the
and
best.
she's like, yeah, she's just so. Huh?
Does she think he's annoying?
Yeah, she hates him because
Yeah, my girl. Dude, I don't know if you remember this. One of the bits that I told at your show was I tell the joke about like how I hate getting asked about my star sign on dates, and then about how women really just want to talk about their own star sign. It's fine if you don't remember, but
I remember, but I don't remember the punchline. It's coming back to me.
There's a few punchlines, but then one of the transitions I make is God, girls love to talk about their star signs. Okay, here's a rule, ladies. It's okay if you want to tell us something about your star sign. That's okay, but I think we should compromise. Every time you tell me something about your star sign, I got to tell you something I heard on the Joe Rogan podcast.
I remember that because I remember going, ah! I remember looking at
you
her.
did. That's right.
I remember that. That's great shit, man. She's so tired of it, dude. God, I fucking love Joe Rogan.
Well, but here's the thing. I don't understand why, like, so my
Good.
girl doesn't like him either, and I hate doing it because it's like I get that like so many young guys are on his dick. I get that.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't really want to be the guy who's defending him so much. But what bugs me is that like he gets like marketed as this really like almost like this right wing figure who is like super.
Yeah. If anything, is I guess that doesn't work.
Well, it's just you're being so selective. It's just like if you have anybody who's done that amount of recorded conversations, you're going to be able to isolate clips. But the overall sentiment of his is not that at all.
No, not at all.
It kind of annoys me just because.
Dude, the minute guns come up, that's it. You're in a box.
Yeah, totally right. Yeah. Do you carry?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
I actually might go to the store on Wednesday with my dad and buy. I've never owned a gun before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do I need a Texas state ID to do it, or can I just go buy one?
I think you might. I don't know. I've never had that issue.
Yeah.
I'm just to buy one.
Yeah.
Man.
Because
I don't think so.
Registered
I don't
here, right?
think so. No. I mean, you fill out your 4473, and that's it. You probably have to wait like an hour for them to run your deal, but I mean, other than that, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, good for you.
What do you have? What do you like?
Oh, Bubba, I got some guns. I got some stuff, man. Yeah.
What's your favorite?
1911s.
Yeah.
1911s
I've never
are
fired one.
Yeah, they're nice, but it's an old gun, so you can't really shoot like hollow points and shit out of them. I'm sure there are some that do, but I like 1911s, and I like I just like it because it's a big, heavy, it's an old gun, you know.
Yeah.
And I like Glocks too.
I'm a World War II guy, and so that makes me want a 1911.
Yeah, that's where it starts from. Yeah. I've sold 3 of them. And one of them I really regret, and it was probably the cheapest one of the one I got rid of, and I just really regret it. But yeah, I love, so you'll probably think this is interesting. I ran into a guy at work a few years ago who had do you know Singer, the sewing machine company? Are you familiar with that?
Yeah, yep.
So during World War II, they made 1911s for the war. So there's so many Singer 1911s that are like branded with an S or something like that.
Right.
But I met a guy and we were talking about guns, and he showed me he had one that was like his great grandpa's or whatever the fuck, and he had one. He just keeps it in his truck. I was like, wow, I would never keep something that valuable just in my 2016 Silverado, like just in the door, like
shit's cool. Though.
But it's fucking baller, dude. Yeah, I was like, I might go to jail to take this guy's gun.
That's like having a Nazi hat that says Hugo Boss on the inside. You know what I mean? Like that's
By the way, I'm surprised they haven't got canceled. Because you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's because
nobody's gotten bored enough yet.
Yeah, exactly. And they've gone so hard the other way that it's like, what are you gonna say? You know what I mean? Like, stop building BMWs. You know?
Yeah. I saw. I went down a rabbit hole with the God damn it, what do you call it? Like Nazis in South America thing. So for like 3 months, I was like preaching that to everybody, and like so I was surprised how many people knew about it. And they're like, "Yeah, that's not new." And I was, "Oh shit."
But I don't know about who actually went. So because I know that they actually did extradite, right? That weren't they?
There was extradition. There was a show. Do you know who Tim Kennedy is?
Yes. Yeah.
He did a show called Hunting Hitler, where they go to like Argentina and they find like all this old Nazi shit. It was really cool. It was a really neat show. They do a lot of cool stuff like that. It was on Hulu. It was on History or Discovery, of course, but I was on one of those.
That shit. I would watch that.
Yeah, that was really cool. I watched all of it because a lot of those are like, it's like those ghost shows, where they're like, hey, we're gonna go look for fucking this haunted clock or whatever, and they're like, what was that? And nothing really happened, so it's a lot of that. So, but it wasn't like that with this. They actually found stuff, so it was kind of cool. I don't think they didn't find Hitler, but they found
I was
stuff.
going to say, this is the interesting thing about Hitler is like, we obviously all know Hitler for this one like terrible thing that he did, which is of course the Holocaust, right? Where he exterminated 6 million Jews, and it was terrible. But he also killed a lot of gays and gypsies, so he wasn't all bad.
I have this thing with me and my co-host about gypsies.
Yeah.
Because we're both big Borat fans.
Yeah.
So like, there's a lot of like, do not shrink me, gypsy. Like we always do the oh god, I love a good gypsy joke. Probably because I think I don't feel bad because I've never met one, and I just assume there aren't any. But there's like a shitload. Yeah.
This is the thing, but like this is what's funny about him is people said like the term gypped, like you know who's really saying this, but I'm sure there are some.
Is that where that comes from? Oh, I got
That's
gypped.
where it comes from. Because
no shit.
But here's what I don't like.
I thought of one. I'll bring up to you later.
That is what they do. That is what gypsies do.
Yeah, that's like if you told me, hey, what's your job? I'm a gypsy. That's exactly what I'm thinking. You know what I mean? Not that it's a job,
to steal and swindle, but it's like that is what you do.
Yeah, you're running away with guys with wonky eyes and clock towers and stuff, right?
Yeah, exactly. Clock towers.
Wonky. We don't have a lot of time for Wonky. Wonky's gonna go pretty soon. That's gonna be the next one.
Wonky's gonna be gone next. Yeah.
I was thinking about that today. When people say like lean into it, I say that a lot. Like I'm just gonna lean into it and just be what it is, But I thought about that today. Like lean into it. That's sexual, right? That means like, lean into it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Right? Have you ever thought about that? Or is this the first time?
I never
thought about that today. I'm just like, well, I'm leaning into it.
Right.
I thought about that today, and I was like, I wonder what else is fucked up.
Well, you know what else is funny is when we use that, it's always when it's like, hey, an opportunity that might be a little uncomfortable, something that you may not want to be happening, but hey, Isaac, lean into it. Like, all right. Next time you're feeling uncomfortable, ladies, lean into it.
In 20 years after Me Too glazes over or whatever, it's going to be like, just Me Too it. Just
when Me Too glazes over with your cum.
Yeah. When I did back when I saw you guys that weekend I was in Austin, I was looking for Dean's podcast just to kind of listen to it and do whatever before I did it. And I couldn't find it, but I can't remember this guy's name, but I've definitely heard him. Like I think he's been on Rogan and stuff. There's a comedian who has a podcast called Cum Town, and when I searched, is it Soder?
Dan Soder.
Is it?
I
okay.
think because Dan, I know Dean's a big fan of his and listens to Cum Town.
Oh, really? Okay, because he didn't mention that. So I searched it, and I saw I just searched his name, and Cum Town was like one of the first things that came up, and I was like, oh my god, please let me be on Cum Town. Please let me be on Cum Town. I can't wait to share this on my socials. I can't wait, but it wasn't. It was back in a can.
Back in a can with the Insane Field. Also, I want to point out that your search history was you just scrolling on dudes' Instagrams and then Googling Cum Town.
So my phone's a work phone, and that's the only phone I have, which they give us a lot of free. Like we do whatever. I just don't look at porn on it, right? I have a sticky iPad for that. So I was trying to find Ozzy and Tracy's deal. I was trying to find Borderplex Hustle a while back, and and then I saw it was on Pornhub. I was like, shit. So I told him, yeah, man, I've been listening. It's great. I just haven't gotten to listen to it a whole lot because now it's on like Spotify and stuff. But at the time, I was like, yeah, I got to get on my iPad to like listen to your show because I can't get flagged with my phone at work.
Yeah. That was an interesting play for them to do it. I get that it's supposed to be fun, but it's also just not the best place to get views.
I think it's weird too because a lot of the things that are under it. My favorite thing about the show is the stuff that's under the show that gets recommended for it. So there's somebody streaming on Twitch. And then there's like a BBW grandma spreading open the fillet.
Amazing.
So that's great. Also,
so obviously of the two, you clicked on the BBW grandma spreading open the fillet.
100%. Right? Well, there's the tranny version of that same thing right next to it. So I watched that.
Nice.
Yeah,
I love nothing more than watching a chick beat off. Yeah, that's a weird niche, man. If you like that, I'm not judging, but like, boy.
There's
where was your parents?
I heard that on I think it was on Your Mom's House. They said incest and trannies are like the top 2 search stuff on Google as far as porn.
Yeah,
I was really surprised. Yeah,
I'm doing that.
Oh no, I was to raise that arm. I saw. Man, I thought that was so crazy, man. I couldn't believe that.
Well,
Crazy.
so here's the thing about the incest porn is like, I have watched it many, many times, but it's not because I
Right.
search it. It's because it's just on the front page. Like the Pornhub algorithm just pumps it at me. And it's like, I know it's not real. I just see two attractive people. So I click it and I'm like, I mean, yes, it's getting all the,
You don't
like,
believe that, like, yeah. I mean, it's all.
No,
I don't.
yeah.
I also don't think that's the plumber. It's not.
Yeah. I want to see. You know what I want to see? I want to see one that just starts with two IDs, two driver's licenses being held to the camera, and then I'll get into it. Then I'll listen to the whole plot and the ending. I'll watch the credits, everything.
That's awesome.
Just two matching last names and go at it.
When I searched your name on YouTube, a bunch of like vlogs of priests came up, and none of them were named Spencer Cavins. I don't know what that was about.
Yeah,
but
there's a guy named Jeff Cavins, which is my dad's same name, and he's a pastor with tons of like online stuff, and he sells his books.
Okay, that made sense.
Two really different vibes, him and I.
I'm like, I wonder if he knows this. He probably does. But
Yeah, that's so funny.
that was awesome, man. Well, shit, man. Thanks for coming on, man. I'm so glad you made time to do this, my dumb little podcast. So this was awesome, dude. I know you got a heart out. Is there anything you want to plug?
No, man. Just watch the Bog Boys on YouTube. Check it out.
Right on. Check it out, guys. It's dope.
Yeah, man. You got to do stand up. Do it ASAP.
I'm gonna fuck with it, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
We can all go to a mic together and shoot the shit, dude. I'm about to go to Dean's thing. It's gonna be nothing but comics. There, we're all gonna eat a dick.
Nice.
But it's fun, man. It's fun.
Yeah, for sure. Heck yeah, man. I'm excited. I'm definitely gonna get into it, dude. I'm working on my minutes, so
Don't
get
even
my
spend that
tight
much
3.
time doing it. Don't even spend that much time working on for real. I would just go up.
No, I mean,
Go up.
what I'm trying to do is do it as I drive. So just whatever. So it's
I'm
not
gonna
like
pick up my set on my way to Dean's place. Yeah.
real right.
Yeah, for
Nice.
sure. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know
super
what I'm talking
cash.
about.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, dude. Heck yeah, man.
Awesome.
man.
Film it and send it to me. I want to see it. I want to see it when you do it.
Like, okay, so I never thought about that. You actually run it through, like walking around and just be like, yeah, so fucking.
No.
ducks.
Don't do that. I meant at the
When I actually hook.
Yeah. Yo, I know I do got to jump in a sec, but so I just showed it to my friends when we were drinking last weekend. I actually have I have a video. It's a 5-minute video of me
Okay.
did before I ever did stand up, but I was like fantasizing about it for so many years. And it's me just so drunk and in front of my mirror, and I'm doing 5 minutes. And the thing is, I'm trying to even like make it feel real, so I'm doing crowd work. I was just like, I know. And that's what, dude, dead on. I'm like talking to a crowd member that's not there, and it's so bad. And I'm like repeating myself because I'm forgetting what I was saying. It's not even a good bit. It's just like about how like I'm really nice to Alexa, and I watched it with my friends, and we were fucking dying.
Dude, that is sick.
If you do stand up, for real stand up, and then send me the video, I will send you a video of me drunk telling jokes to myself in the mirror.
I'll do it. I may send you a video of me drunk sending myself doing my
Better
stand up.
yet, I'll put it on Instagram.
All right, man. It's a deal.
All right, Isaac,
I'll
man.
send you. Thanks,
Keep it
man. Thanks
poppin'.
again.
I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for that list. I want to see what your top 10 is for the year.
Okay. Right on, man. We'll do this again sometime. Thanks for making time,
Definitely,
dude.
Les. Yeah.
All right.
Of course, man.
We'll see you next time.
Bless you, brother.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.